Hi there, welcome to the Noah Presgrove case. I've got an update to share with you in regards to partners in true crime. As you may be aware, they did go silent at some point and they've not been covering the case since on their channel. But in recent time, they have responded publicly announcing what the situation is. What I want to do today is share that with you. Welcome to those that are currently here in this live premiere. Be sure to let me know your reactions to the latest news in the live chat on the right hand side of the screen. And by the end of this video, if you want to give any more thoughts, opinions, questions, drop them down below under this video and I can respond back to them later. You'll find a pinned message as well with additional links if you do want to support this channel. And if you want to catch up on previous videos, if you've missed out, top right where the eye symbol is, click up there and then you'll be able to catch up with the full playlist. The order of what we're going to do things today, I'll show you the latest news first and then later we'll look back at previous comments and discussions because as well Elisha Lee has spoken out too in defence of Kaden Pressy. So that all being said and done, let's begin. The first point of view is from an individual on one of the Facebook pages called Tammy, and she said, I texted Partners in True Crime a couple of weeks ago and asked a question about a certain injury Noah had and wondered if they had looked into it. They replied and said they're still investigating and said, stay tuned because something bigger than what I asked about is coming. I wonder what that could be. I mean, we have heard references about big things are coming, but that's been said over and over again, and still look where we are. But from at least what Partners in True Crime said in their very last video or their last post, which was some months ago, they said they were going quiet, they're going dark, confirming, validating evidence in the background. But I wonder if this big thing coming is what they've been working on previous, confirming evidence, tying it all together. Well, this next one's more eye-opening. Christina Thompson responds to Rob Dorfman. Rob Dorfman is the guy behind Partners in True Crime and his wife, I think, called Cindy. But here, Rob responds. Christina first says, I see you reacted to my post. Can you confirm if Jodie ever stated an amount of blood that she felt was missing from Noah's body? Also, do you have any new updates or any information that you have been given? Any plans for a new podcast episode soon? Now, who is Jodie? Jodie Barth, former police person or something like that. To have authority, where she shares her expert opinion on cases and scenes. That's basically it. Rob responds back saying, all I can say at the moment is we are working on the case daily, and when we have more information, we will be releasing that. We're also working on something big for the case. Announcement is pending. Stay tuned. So, besides this big thing, what we have heard previously was they were originally doing some kind of documentary and filming stuff in the area. I wonder if that ties in line with this or completely separate. Christina says, so you are not confirming that an amount of blood loss was ever discussed on your podcast? And Jodie responds, I did address this just recently. If you asked me previously, I must have not seen it. The blood I was discussing was not missing from his body. It was internal bleeding of blood misplaced into places within his body, which I calculated from the autopsy, and we have previously looked at in a previous video. So, from the looks of it, they are actively working on the case, which is a positive, and they're just awaiting the thumbs up to release things public. Although it's not much, at least there is still movement going on somewhere, and I mean, you can leave your comments down below. When do you think this big news and announcement will come about, and how much will it benefit the case? Will it lead to justice? Is there a new lead, a new pathway? Because Partners in True Crime have shared their thoughts along the lines of a potential murder situation or potential foul play. So that's good. But they've also taken into consideration interviewing all kinds of people within the case, even the ones that are classified as darker forces and whatnot. Well, we'll see what happens. I do believe that Partners in True Crime directly or indirectly have been on the receiving end of attacks from certain people with time. I think maybe there's been some conflict with idiots like me. Intelligent people hate me. Is that the name for it? Close enough. So there is that. But yeah, what I want to do now is just go into the comment section of last night's video and catch up there with some responses and see what people have had to say. I'm just going to select the latest comments so we can see them all in sight. I'm going to start from the bottom. We got One Day. Shout out to them. Thank you. Good job. Appreciate that. Good to see. Cleo, you're welcome. Robbie Taylor says, if Elisha Lee, Kaden's mother, knew her 15-year-old niece was at a drinking party as early as 10:30 p.m, why in the world did they let her stay there? Let's see the responses. Beth, maybe because she knew Kaden Pressy was there to help watch over her, as there were many her age there, as AC and CC invited the entire town and had no idea anything like this would ever take place. Why would she? I went to a few parties at that age that my aunt allowed me to attend with the entire neighbourhood and parents too, and nothing like this ever happened, not even a fight. But for your experience with parents as well, there's a level of authority and knowledge, whereas this particular party in Oklahoma, it's just young people, no holds barred, no parents around, no police supposedly around either. So it's kind of like anything goes in a way. Junie, these parents chap my hide. Beth, after seeing that picture that was sent to her, and then she would have gotten her out of there at that point for sure. Do you think it's a catalyst? It's gone too far. Robbie, but from what I can see, she got pretty drunk, so she really wasn't watched right, implying that Kaden didn't do a good enough job. Beth, mine too, so careless. I also heard there were a parent party going on within that party as well, party house number 2. I hope Raf covers this as well. Would be nice to know who all were there. Well, that's the problem. I've not really seen enough consistency regarding that, and I have made several questions in past videos, but there was never any answers. It's unfortunate. Elisha Lee, the mother to Kaden Pressy, the real Elisha Lee, responds to Robbie and says, also known as Jose Martin, you need to shut the F up. Leave my son's name out of your disgusting, vile mouth. Do you understand me now? There we go. Response-wise, Amanda says to Robbie, exactly, but maybe it's par for the courts. How would we know? Not like it's a one-off wonder. These American country kids seem to get up to more adult stuff than I've ever heard of. Twinkling, then why did Avery allow all these kids under 21 allowed at the party? Better yet, why did the owners of the house and land allow these parties to happen with all these underage kids? Here, let's put blame on other people, but in reality, Avery and all of them messed up allowing this. Robbie says, no one is saying Avery should have allowed anyone there to drink underage. Good job of stating the obvious. Let's keep the blame exactly where it belongs, though, regarding Kaden Pressy's cousin. Kaden Pressy was over age and should have known better. What does that mean, was over age? You mean underage? His mother, Elisha, was then told her 15-year-old niece was at the party drinking. Ultimately, we are responsible for our children that are under the age of 18. I'm speaking of one specific underage person, since so much attention has been brought to Kaden quitting drinking to watch her, Kaden taking pictures to show she's okay, Kaden telling his mother at 10:30 p.m. his underage cousin is there drinking and not to get her in trouble with her mom. Why did her aunt Elisha make the decision for her mother it was okay for her to stay? We can see Kaden did a poor job of watching her since she was drunk throwing up on the porch. I mean, I guess Kaden can only do so much, and he's not exactly mobile either. Getting up, getting down, moving about, there's that just to acknowledge. Kaden, because we don't know the full story, he might have told her not to drink and not to do this, and the cousin could have been like, oh, but you're so boring, Kaden. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to live my life. That can happen. You can't just forcibly snatch a drink off them and like tie their arms and handcuff them and say, nope, no more drinking. Doesn't quite work like that. You can tell them off. You can tell them what they can and can't do, but they may still find a way around and get alcohol some way. And I said, it can't all fall on Kaden in a way, because Kaden wasn't anticipating the cousin to come on down. Kaden was there because he wanted to hang out with people. But then again, you got to understand that Kaden as well, under the age of, legal drinking, just like the cousin. So they can't fall in the same boat in a way. But you can definitely say the cousin's more prone to vulnerability than Kaden is because of the age difference. Twinkling. That's the thing. Kaden Pressy was not of age to drink at all. He was 19. What about that girl from Terrell? Huh? What girl? Wasn't she 15? Who's that? Who's the girl from Terrell? Do we have a name? Of all the people I know that were there, besides the Texas boys, all of them were under 21, always wanting to shed blame on them. Avery threw that party and mentioned it on social media, so therefore she's responsible for what happened there along with the owners. She was the only one over 21 there. Do we know that for certain, that she's the only one over 21? Yeah, she was at that party and Boohoo family knew or didn't know, but that one from Terrell snuck out and Carter Combs returned her home. Who's that? Let's keep the blame exactly where it is. That's with Avery throwing this party and then goes on afterwards to whoever did this to Noah. Who's the girl from Terrell who's 15? What the hell's going on? Last one. You want to sit there and say about her being at that party and they knew she was underage and yada yada. Why did they state he was there at the party? Why did any of those kids to hurry up and be gone by 12 or 2 or even 7 a.m. after Noah was found? It's sad that some of the kids who were there had to contact OHP and it took them forever. They had no idea some of these kids were there because they were left out. Care to explain, since everyone wants to blame everyone else and retaliate for speaking, it's okay for Jack to speak but no one else. You seem to know a lot about it all. Let's discuss here about inconsistencies. Let's lay it on the table. I'm ready. Okay, well. Safia, nice chat. Have a good day. Good video. Appreciate that, Safia. I'm not referring to the video yesterday. It's not where it's didn't receive them. After you covered yesterday, I left it. The other one, so different videos, and I forgot nothing showed on my side. Well, I checked on my end, and the last super chat, super sticker in the comment section of a video that you last sent, Cleo, was 11 days ago. That's at least how it shows up on my screen. So if you have sent any in between, I've not seen or received them. Moving on. Renee, but a different Renee. That tennis shoe looks like the same shoe the person has on it in the picture of someone squatting down near to the fire. Well, maybe take a look at that. Chad, the picture that was taken looking down was taken by Kaden Pressy wearing his Hey Dude shoes. This photo of his cousin was not taken just prior to him going to sleep. The photo was taken late, 10 to 11 p.m. Sunday night. Well, I mean, I did mention that the photo was done after. Oh, whatever. Gets too confusing for that shit. Victor, when I went to high school, it was a lot like, okay. Oh. What's this? I guess in the UK things were really serious in high school. I don't know. Right, whatever. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Catching up. You're welcome. Junie. How convenient Carter Combe gets a new phone 2 weeks before this, which has nothing to do with her wiping a phone at the party. Another deflect. Yes, I'm sure she totaled her truck, was in the hospital and injured, all in preparation for this, just so she could say, nope, I didn't wipe my phone, it's new. Let's use some common sense. They all tell so many lies. So glad you have the screenshots and memory to keep up with all the lies, Ralph. You rock. Appreciate that, Beth. Junie, in response, picture, cylinder looks like propane tank for barbecue. Tan shoes look like slippers or moccasins. My daughter was kind of disobedient, but no parties like this. I find it awful to see the child's picture like that. Safia agrees. Dylan Thompson is upset because Michael Facecast brought up all these accidental deaths surrounding Caleb Newton, I guess. Yeah, Jack's dad. Robbie, Dylan Thompson was upset because Michael Facecast keeps bringing up BS that has nothing to do with Noah. Dylan Thompson is a local, unlike Michael F., and was actually at Caleb's party. The bill did not die on Caleb's property. It is on video. No one was chasing him. This is ridiculous. Bill, what's the bill? Or is that initials for someone's name? And Dylan Thompson at Caleb's party. When was Caleb's party? How's that relevant to Noah? Lindy, how many? Others or one other has died on the party house property. Safia, didn't Caleb also hit his brother-in-law with a side-by-side and kill him too? Rosa's brother. I'm not sure, but I remember reading something about that. What, Lucio? I'm still yet to find a bloody article about that. I didn't think it was that hard. Robbie, are you serious? Why would you spread a rumour like that? Lucio hit a legally parked truck. It was parked in front of a residence with video surveillance. The accident was caught on camera. Do we have proof? Do we have a link of that video? Is it obtainable publicly? No one hit him. No one was chasing him. Noah did not see it happen. It was over a mile from Caleb's house where the party was. Maybe do a little checking on Google before further spreading rumours. Junie. Also sad to me, none of his friends gathered his wallet, phone, shoe, hat, whatever, to keep them safe for when he returned. They would assumed he would return, considering this was frequent behaviour. Why would they gather his stuff if they thought he was returning? His mother had the tank top. It's very likely she has the other items as well, supposedly. Now, at least from what I've seen, the mother hasn't directly said that she has the stuff. It's some ex-boyfriend of Noah's mother, Casey, that said they've received the shirt from Noah's mother, etc. How true is it? Who knows? Safia, well, it was a very toxic environment with toxic people. Real friends think in those terms of taking action to show you care about a friend, but they weren't really friends, as we have learned through watching this case unfold. Hummingbird, not seen them for a bit. Maybe that Partners in True Crime video Jack's interview should be looked at again. I rewatched today and a lot of inconsistencies, just a thought. I think there was a comment about that interview to do with a particular teabagging event. I don't know if I've got a screenshot of it or not. There might have been a timestamp. If so, I'll take a look. We got Classy returning back. Beth, great point, Raf, in regards to the phone. Surely his girlfriend who wasn't at the party was calling him. I don't expect that his dad called since he was said to be drinking with Kayla Newton that night, but they were drinking at and for how long? What? I don't expect that his dad called. Whose dad? Noah's dad? Caleb's dad? Drinking with Caleb Newton. What? Victor and Caleb hanging out together at the time of when Noah died. What? I don't follow. I'm sure you've covered this about the dove hunt going on that weekend at Party House too, but that was the party still going on that night with Noah with some of the parents, or I've no clue, to be honest. The dove hunt is supposedly a separate event which occurred miles away, but the questions of whoever attended the dove hunt, did they then go on to the party afterwards? Who knows? When Justin Roy reached out to the owner or an organiser or someone tied with the dove hunt asking about who was there, were you there, it got very tense and it didn't lead to any success. You're welcome, Beth. John, their lies don't cut the mustard. The autopsy says no stomach contents. 2, they waited 9 months to do the autopsy, just like leaving his body on the side of the road 15 hours. The establishment have some explanation. Trisha, excellent video. I was hoping you would do on the subject. You're welcome. Shout out to Trisha, of course. Got Glenn, definitely. Daryl. Hasn't been said previously that Noah liked younger girls than himself. What if Noah approached her at the party and it wasn't taken very well by Kaden or other party goers? And then, as you think, a small chance that if Noah drunk, typically flirting with girls, he tried flirting with the 15-year-old. I don't know what would have been on Noah's mind at the time. At the time of the party, Noah supposedly had a girlfriend who wasn't actually there at the party. And Noah thought it was okay to start flirting with other girls, supposedly, and doing more than that. This is the thing. Obviously, Noah didn't deserve death whatsoever. If you're just saying it was a normal party and nothing bad happened, is it okay for Noah to be flirting with multiple people at once and on when he's already in a relationship with someone supposedly? It just seems a little bit unfair for one side of the party. No pun intended there, if you get what I'm saying. And even the slight recklessness of driving a side-by-side, rolling over, having passengers in the seat, endangering their lives as well. And then the possibilities that if that didn't happen and it was on the highway in Noah's own vehicle, if anyone was getting a lift back or there was any other families, innocent people on the road, their lives could have been put in danger as well. See, I don't want to go too dark, but this is where I become the villain with what I say, but I'm just being realistic. Obviously, Noah's the victim in all of this because of what's happened to him and how he was treated. But if those bad things never happened, would Noah be seen as completely innocent, just like a regular party? You know, if he's cheating on someone or he's endangering the lives of others by drunk driving, it just doesn't look too good. As I said, you got to weigh up the pros and cons with humans, and that applies to anyone and everyone. Obviously, it's not fair for Noah because he doesn't get the chance to defend himself because he's not present right now. But I thought I'd just mention it because I know other people will. They'll get banned, they'll get blocked, they'll get silenced. Not going to happen here because it's my own damn channel, right? Teresa, you should work for the feds beyond the Criminal Minds show. Did the private investigator ask these people why did they wipe phones when she showed the video to someone? Did she tell them why phones were wiped? I don't know. I think if you're referring to Kathy Bingham, who knows with her because she turned on Kaden Pressy a few months ago. If Noah teabagged anyone, they would have videoed it to show someone later. BS. I don't believe it either. They're trying to make Noah look bad. Oh, more reckless than what he is. I agree. So where's the proof? Oh, yeah, just to refer back to Noah. If Noah Presgrove truly yelled at Jack because Jack was flirting with Noah's girlfriend, what gives Noah Presgrove the right to get defensive and angry over that when Noah himself is supposedly flirting with other girls at the party when he's already in a relationship with someone who's not present physically there? How's that fair? Anyway, I'll move on. I agree. So where's the proof? Teresa, thinking those older men at party could be involved more than these boys at the party, but who were the older ones? Who was the friend that Noah wanted to take to concert but was told no? Did that friend go to party? Concert? What concert? I think she was. Who's she? There's no names. Missing post was 241. 241. What? Who did this girl leave party with before 360 found her? 242. Did this person tell Noah? I don't really follow, to be honest. It's a bit confusing. Where is a truth pill when you need to give someone a few to get the truth from the guest? Maybe she wanted to be teabagged, confess, speak up, bring justice for Noah. Pop. God dang, I missed the live, is how some say it in part of the US. Cool, nice start to my Sunday morning. Let's have a look-see. Howard Faggot mentions police and report. Anyone know what stands for police? Michael Facecar's petition to sue the homeowners because of the party being thrown there. Do they rent the property out as the owner of a parent of someone that lived there or just a random landlord? I'm not connecting to the point of the suit against them. Grunt. Gets me, they held him in the shower because he need help standing up. Afterwards, he is in living room teabagging people sleeping. So did the girls help hold him up whilst he was teabagging people? It sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Something is amiss here. I was born at night time, but sure was not last night. Fair enough. Yeah, so if Noah needed help getting into the shower, being washed down, making sure he didn't fall over because he was drunk, a bit disorientated, what? So as soon as he stepped out of the shower, Noah suddenly was re-energized and was able to run about hypo. It seems a bit drastic to change, doesn't it? Moving on. Sonny, this case gives me a headache. It just sometimes seems it's not going anywhere, but I take a breath and always pray. Thanks, Ref, for not giving up. There you go, you're welcome. Last but not least, Renee, I do thank you. I just want to say to you, the wisdom and goof you have is the greatest thing I've got to have come across in decades to hear. That's obviously very good to know. So big shout out to Renee. Appreciate that, and you. That's nice. It looks like we've reached the end of the comments. If you did find this video interesting, be sure to hit the like button and share so more people see it. It spreads that awareness. That would be appreciated. If you joined the live premiere late and you wanted to hear the latest news from the perspective of partners in true crime, be sure to rewind to the very start of the video. That all being said, hopefully you found the video interesting. I'll see you next time. For now, goodbye and good night.